Yay! We're on the air. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. I know this. I apologize. It was never meant to go this long. It's been over a month, I think, since I've actually done a live stream. So today, I'm going to do a toy unboxing and review. I know, crazy. And I've actually got some other stuff sitting around that I've been meaning to do videos on that I haven't. So, yeah. So hopefully I can get a few videos out today. Wouldn't that be awesome? But I figure it might be fun to do a little live stream here with it. And what we've got here is we've got our Voltron, the legendary set. We've got the Black Lion case here, and then we also have our case of the other lions off to the side here that I have to open up and we've got to do stuff with. And so we've got our Diamond Comics box cutter here. Woo, check that out. Razor blade. Here we go. So we're going to cut open the box. This is merchandise. And do not cut off these flaps because you don't want to ruin your toy on the inside. This also means because I bought a case, I've got 2 black lions, so I've got an extra. Just like with the last Voltron, this Voltron here, I've got an extra black lion sitting around because I bought it case pack also. But also, I made the mistake with this one when I opened it to, I turned off the sounds when I was putting it together because I was like, this thing keeps making noise. That's got to be annoying. Only to find out it was supposed to make sounds when you're assembling it. So this one we'll leave on and we'll go through all those sounds. But, all right, so, ooh, tissue paper. Huh? That's good stuff. All right, we got 2 Voltrons in here. Let's try to pull out one of these black lions. All right. Check it out. Nice big window box with a try me button.
Lotor, your evil forces will never defeat us.
Awesome.
Hagar's Rubeast is about to have a bad day.
That's right, she is. All right, so check it out. We've got here. I'm going to turn off this bottom third because that's just annoying and getting in the way here. So down here we've got our build your giant 16-inch classic Voltron by forming all lines together. Got a nice little headshot here. Classic legendary black lion. And then I think, yeah, up here you can see Voltron 84. Like it's right there in the logo. Voltron 84 all over the place. So it makes it very clear, you know, artwork, the old artwork, trying to make it very clear to everybody this is the classic one, not the modern one in stores. Although I'm wondering if they made the little attachments interchangeable. I wonder if I could put. We'll have to try that. We'll try that later. Okay, so looking at it right now in the box, my first impression is it looks like about the size of the old Panache Place ones, but it's the look of the old Matchbox. So it's kind of an interesting mix there between the two. It looks big, it looks chunky, looks bulky. That's pretty cool. All right, so then here on the back, Defender of the Universe, blah, 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 shows some things that it says. Got a nice picture. 20 plus points of articulation. So those of you, you know, that were worried it would be like only 19, no, it's 20 plus. Let's see, Keeper of the Voltron Force. Okay, so again, oh, Castle. We got the Castle Lions in the background. That's cool. All right, so we have our big guy here. I don't know why I put the razor blade away because obviously I'm going to need it again. Let's see, we got some tape here, some tape here. Oh, I didn't cut it. I cut the box. Great. All right. Oh, more tape and more tape. All right. Slide him out. And okay, so there he is. You can see that nice kind of retro 80s blue effect there. Has a nice Tron look to it. So that's fantastic. Set that down here for just a second because inside the box, don't need that, we've got a little catalog, Voltron Legendary Defender. And so that's the modern one on the front and back there for Netflix. Shows the toys, all the ones that are already out. Nothing new there. Legendaries here. Okay, so it shows this guy. And then on the back, it shows the ones that are already put together. And then the die-cast metal, which actually I have the die-cast metal one in a box 2 boxes, whatever, somewhere over there. So I'll have to get to that. Another video I can do at some point down the line. We have our instructions in case you don't know how to put a Voltron together. See if there's anything special. It shows how to put the wings up in the back. Leg needs to be inserted until there's a click. Arm. Okay, yeah, this looks like, for the most part, it's put together the same as the old Matchbox one. The only difference seems to be that it has some quick release tabs on it. So there's a couple spots here. Instead of fighting with it and just, pulling it out, it's got the quick release, which I think this one also had too somewhere. So, or no, wait, no, this one you did have to fight. Yeah, that's right. This is the one that you feel like you're going to break it when you're taking it apart. So this one has quick release. All right, so that's good. So there we go. All right, enough with the instructions. We're dudes. We don't read instructions. Let's hop. And for those of you watching, by the way, I do have the chat window open. If you're watching on YouTube live as we're recording this, 10:25 a.m. on Friday, what is this, February 2nd? I don't even know what day it is anymore. But feel free to hop into the YouTube chat if you have any questions, and we'll put it in there. But look at this. Look at all this tape and ties and all this stuff. I mean, look, I know it looks nice in that window box, in that, non-moving position, but do we really, what are we afraid of this thing getting a little loose? Like one twist tie right in the middle, holding it into place. That's all we'd really need. And we've got plastic on everything here. There's I'm not don't get me wrong. I'm not we got to save the environment by using less plastic. I mean, whatever. If you're into that, cool. I'm not, whatever. But it's just, does it need to take more time to actually get it out of the package than it does to put it together and play with it? All right. Let's see. Plastic ties, man, there's zip ties and okay. So we're looking at a process here. This is going to take a few minutes at least. So let's cut some of this tape, some of these plastic flaps. Get those out of the way. And man, I don't know if this knife is going to do it. I'm probably going to need scissors, and I don't even know if I have scissors sitting here. And they tape over the zip ties, because I mean, you don't want a zip tie getting loose inside the package, because it's a zip tie. It might just unzip itself. Does that ever even happen? I don't think that's a thing. Where's I've got a big knife sitting somewhere. Oh, it's over here by this box. Let me grab it. Nope. Yep, there it is. Son of a... Get over here. Oh, boy. There we go. Okay. Let's try this. See if we can cut through these little... Son of a... Get you... No, that didn't even cut it. That didn't even... Oh, my gosh. Come on now. All right. One down. And the plastic reinforcement. And a big piece of tape. Throw that away. Well, throw it away. Throw it on the floor. Right, same difference. All right, let's see here. Next one. Let's get in here. And just kind of... Nope, didn't cut it. Try it again. You got to make the noise while you're doing it. Oh, and then that time I just cut right there. All right. There's another one. More of this stuff. Who cares? And then this one. Come on. Here we go. You can do this.
Nice try. See you later.
Oh, come on, dude. I'm trying to get you out of the package. All right. Actually, I don't need to worry about that, I don't think. Let's see. Can we get him out? Is he... Oh, I didn't get this one. There's my razor blade. That's much better for these. All right. Yay. Now we've got them still in plastic. But we're closer. All right. So let's see. We've got another little plastic thing here. Let me try this. Underneath it. Oh, there's actually two. They actually put two in the exact same spot right here. There's one right on top of another in case one isn't enough to hold the leg. This guy's so powerful, he just wants to burst right out of the plastic. So they had to put two in this exact same spot. That is super annoying. All right. Get rid of the... Oh, it's actually a twofer. It's actually made as a 2-in-1. What the heck? Why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that? All right, is this... There's another twofer down here. Man, let's see if I can get them both at the same time. Oh, we're close. We're close. Come on. What am I? Oh, the tail. There's something here on the tail too. And this actually does look like a twist tie, except they cut off the tips of it. They put a twist tie on it and then cut the tips off, so it's nearly impossible for you to get a grip on. Oh, come on, Playmates. Just rip through it. Hey, I can rip through it. Is that it? No, there's still one more. Son of a monkey biscuit. All right, let's get through here. All right. We have our black lion. Look at that. Look at that. This is sweet. Look at this. This is a big, bulky, chunky looking thing of greatness. Look at that mouth there. See that face there? Oh, I love those sounds. The one thing, okay. So I give them some credit on this. They did the same thing, I believe, on this one, where the face actually flips up to the top there. So you can open the mouth, and you've got, I think it's supposed to be a little gun in here, and I don't know if that will actually flip up into the way. But regardless, you open it, and you don't have that face looking at you. The face actually flips down from there. So when you're playing with it, and you just don't want to have this, like, lion eating a face thing going on, then you can put that out of the way. Woohoo! Check it out. And there you go. Oh, it lights up.
Form Voltron.
I don't know if that'll show up on camera if I can. There you go.
We will defend this planet.
Yes, we will. All right. I'll take a look at some of the articulation. Ooh, nice ratchet joints there. And then we've got a little twist in the legs here, so you got a little bit, you can pose there. In fact, in the package, the way it was posed with these legs down, these were turned a little bit so that it sat a little better in the box. So that's cool. That's got that extra bit to it. And then we've got what will be our robotic knee, basically. And then we've got joints here in the feet. Man, lots of ratcheting. That is cool. I like that. Because then you can pose it and you don't have to worry about it falling over all the time. All right. Our wings here in the back. Oh, okay. There's a little peg right here that helps to keep it together. Keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. It helps to keep it together when it's folded up.
Hagar's Robeast is about to have a bad day.
Okay. And so it keeps it together there on the back so they're less likely to, fly off, especially when they come loose after years of play. Like I've got, I don't know, 15 Voltrons around the house, different sizes, whatever. But some of those old ones from the early 80s, what'll happen is with some of these, the wings get worn out and they get really loose. And so you just end up with like this like sad puppy Voltron where they just, they sit like that and you can't really do a whole lot about it. So I like that they're...
The galaxy is about to be secure. Form Voltron.
Okay, we'll get there in just a minute. Hold on. But I like the fact that that it's got the pegs in there to help kind of hold it in place. So if those ratchets ever, wear out, at least it's going to, sit nice and tidy on there. It also has the cutouts.
Activate laser blade.
This is why I turned off the sound on the last review. All right. There's a power switch. I'm going to turn it off just for now. We'll turn it back on when we go for the transformation. But you can see that it has the cutouts so that when it is separated, it will be able to rest on the shoulders. So it does have something to sit on. So years go by, it does get loose. It's not going to flop around. I think it's a bummer that there's no vac metal chrome finish and the colors are different, not as bright as the original toy. All right, Eric, I agree, but we saw with this guy that they did release a vac metal version later down the road, so they may have an excuse to resell this again with a vac metal finish, which I would buy also. Particularly the coat of arms on his face and ears. I think he'll stick with the 30th anniversary from Toynami. The Toynami ones are awesome, but the Toynami ones are like, what, $230 or something? They get expensive. They get pricey on a lot of those. These are a lot cheaper, a lot easier for mass market, which is one of the reasons why they don't have a lot of that stuff on it, because it can be mass market. It is cheaper. You can get this in the hands of kids. I remember, as a kid, my Christmas was the Castle of Lions and the 5 Playmates, Panache Place, lions and a bunch of figures and stuff. If it was $200 and some, I wouldn't have been able to get it. So making it a little cheaper, may ultimately be not as cool, but it is also important for getting it into the hands of kids. And yeah, $200 for the 11-inch Toynami. Yeah, they're expensive. So, I mean, double the price at least on these, and then who knows down the road how much more they may end up being. But back to this guy as a lion for a minute. So the tail moves. The tail doesn't have, some versions of them, they put like a gun point at the end. It's supposed to be like an extra rocket, whatever. This one doesn't do that. And it does have stops at certain points, so it's kind of a ratchet, but not really. But you can still, if you want to move it around, whoa, he's excited. There's the princess. Then you've got that going on for it. Okay, so big red parts here on the shoulder. That's your quick release for the arms. So at least you can pull your arms out without feeling like you're going to break the whole stupid thing. I kind of wish they'd been black just to, look more blend in better, because now it looks like you have this, hey, look at the giant red button. But a little splash of color is not really that big of a deal. And then the head, those ears have a nice, really satisfying click to it. Like there's some tension on there. They are not just slide open. Again, with some of the older ones, those just kind of flip out whenever they feel like it because they've been done so many times. This just has a really nice click to it there. So that is pretty nice. And there's also a little pop of red right there on the side of the head, which I think helps to accent these to make them not look as obvious that you have a giant red button on the arm. So yeah, overall, I'd say it looks fairly nice. Again, the holes cut out for the sound. I'd rather that they'd stuck it on the side or something where, again, it's less obvious, not being right there in the middle of the chest. But, what can you do? So, all right, so let's turn this back on. All right. Let's start making a Voltron here. So actually, you know what? We can't yet because I haven't even pulled out the other guys. So I'm going to set this right over here. Perfect spot for it. Stay. Good kitty. All right. So I'm going to take my second Voltron here and set it aside. Or my second Black Lion. My mistake. And now we're going to open this. All right. Now this says 4 pieces. This should be 2 arms and 2 legs. If I open this and it's like 4 yellow, with yellow lions, I'm gonna be a little upset. But no, we should be good. All right, this should be the assortment. I should have set this down on the floor because I don't want to cut myself, but whatever. If I cut myself, I cut myself. Who cares? Extra piece of cardboard. Woo! All right, yay! I see different colors in here, so it looks like we're good to go. Let's start with yellow since I mentioned yellow. Pull it right on out here. Ooh. Doesn't smell like anything. All right. Classic yellow lion. And we've got a weapon up here. Again, Shows you to form 16-inch Voltron, and it shows that he's the leg. Netflix, Playmates, fire missiles. One thing about these with all of the attachments and extra things, like, it's cool that they put them in there, but this is how I display Voltron, as Voltron. I don't display it as Lions, which means I have a drawer over here with extra weapons and stuff, and they're just tossed in this drawer because I never use them, because it's always displayed like this, and you can't build anything extra out of them. It's not like you can take those pieces and build like an extra ship or something, or a row beast. Oh, that would have been awesome if they'd done that, but no, they didn't. So if we look on the back here, it shows Jawblade in his mouth, which we've come to expect. We've got the razor wheel, which is awesome. I love that they threw that in there. That is classic. And then we've got the dual missile launcher. Cool. I don't know if there's going to be any way to do anything with those once we've got it open and put together and transformed into Voltron, but we will see. I don't know if there's really anything else of note. You can see the rest of the lions on the bottom there, but everything else is the design specifications that you'd expect from something like this. Voltron 84, and again, picture of the old Voltron, picture of the classic lions. All right, let's rip this open. And again, we've got our little catalog, and we've got our instructions. Let me just take a quick look at these and see if there's anything of note really in this little cheat sheet. Let's see. Open the jaws to hold the blade. Yeah, we got that. The stuff clicks on. Okay. Weapons can be attached at hips or shoulders, so you can put them either place. They're not specific for one or the other. Insert projectile into launcher. Press button to launch projectile. Important, do not fire at people, animals, or at eyes or face. At people or animals or eyes and face. So if you see a set of eyeballs not attached to people or animals, don't shoot them at those either. If you see a face not attached to people or animals, don't shoot at that either. People, all animals, and then any random eyeballs or faces that you have to see, don't shoot. All right. Do not use any projectiles other than those provided with this toy. I'll do whatever I want, Kim Jong-un. All right. So fold up the legs. Everything's normal. All right. So everything you'd expect from that. Okay, so let's get the guy out here. And don't need that. And okay, so again, everything tied down, plastic all over the place. Let's see what we can do here. How much of this can I attack from the back? Not a lot. Man, where'd my snips go? I had snips. I had the gardening snips. I think someone ran off with them. I used to use those to cut these things. It was so handy. All right, let's see. We've got a twist tie down here. It's like a plastic twist tie. It's a piece of plastic that's wound together. Pull that off. And there's another one over here. Oh my goodness. I don't know why they always have to do this. I mean, yeah, that helps. All right. Cut. No, you didn't cut. You got to cut. Cut it. All right, that cut. Cool. Let's see. Well, the key is you just kind of pull on it until you see that there's something holding you back, and then you end up dropping all over the place. And then, joke's on you, Playmates. I didn't even have to cut the last ones because he just fell right out of the package. All right. We'll get to the other stuff here in a second, but let's take a look here now that we have our lion. Again, this one doesn't have as much as the black lion in the tail, but it does have a couple spots where it holds. Otherwise, it's kind of loose throughout there. You got the cannon on here, that classic cannon, and it moves. That's pretty cool. Some extra pivot points. How many through the box? I was going to say, how many points of articulation does it say on this one? Mouth opens. Oh, and it's, yeah. Does that nice little snap there. And there is a gun, a little rocket launcher thing there on the inside. You can see that's pretty cool. Our legs, the legs feel flimsy though. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know how well that shows up, but there's a little bit of give right here on this leg. If I shake it, it's just kind of wobbling there. This one's not too bad. This one's not too bad. This one's not, but this one is just kind of all over the place. I'd actually kind of be afraid that that one is going to come off at some point. Otherwise, it looks fairly solid. Oh, we got some nice ratcheting there. And we've got this, if you can see in there, there's a little bar that holds the head. And there's some give on it. The hole is actually a little bit bigger than the bar. So it can move on that bar joint, but then the bar can swivel a little bit too in that peg. So you got a little bit of adjustment that you can make on the head there. And then, of course, the ratchet on the neck. That's cool. The legs here. That's all right. And we got some ratcheting on the knees. A little bit of light ratcheting on the feet. It's not as strong as the others. It's just a plastic. You can see there the plastic on plastic. That's going to wear out first. That's going to be the first thing to break on these things. You got the little butthole. That's where it attaches to Voltron. But nonetheless, there's your little flap. And there's the quick release. Okay, so this right here, if you can see, that's your quick release button. So once it snaps down into place, you can see that this button moves. See how it pushes it up? So then when you want your quick release, you can push, and it's going to push the foot out. So it's working on a little tension there that it builds in that spot. So, all right. Otherwise, kind of a nice looking lion. And because it has this, normally your lions are like this or they're up in the foot, right? But because you've got this extra bit here, you can actually put the neck up and put the head out. And that actually looks pretty nice. I'll give him credit on that one. All right, let's take a look at some of these weapons. And all right, now here's our little rotator blade thing. This is classic Voltron weapon here. And it's just a round peg in the back. And the peg holes, they're not pentagons. Anyway, I'm not a geometry guy. So there you go. It's something that's not a pentagon. It's more than that. Hexagon. Hexagon. That's the one. See, not a complete idiot. It just takes me a few minutes because I'm getting old. All right. I'm over 40. So cut me some slack. Done a lot of drugs. Anyway, so you've got the holes. And then we've got these. So you can just. Oh, it snapped. Did you hear that snap? That was nice. Here, I'm going to hold this up to the mic. Yeah. Snaps into place. All right. That's cool. And then it even rotates while it's in there. That is not bad. All right. This, we're going to cut this. Cut out the jaw blade. All right. So the jaw blade, kind of what you'd expect. Your knife that goes in the mouth. It's got this extra piece here, which probably just helps it to, not fall out. Give it a little bit of extra space. But the problem is the backside. It's doing that whole. We've seen this a whole bunch on Transformers and stuff like that, where they just leave these big empty spaces. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. All right, so we open the mouth. This actually pegs. There's an actual spot. I don't know if I can show you that. You see that on the roof of the mouth there? This actually pegs into place to hold it. So it's not just being held by the teeth and the snap of the jaw. It's actually being held in 4 reels. So that is pretty nice. Okay. I can see that. All right, now let's get out this rocket launcher. And I'm gonna try not to cut it. Just can I pull, or I can get past it? Cool. All right, so here's our rocket launcher, and here's our double rockets on a single That's weird. That's not the typical rocket you expect to see. So there's only one firing rocket, even though you've got a dual rocket launcher. And if you look close, you can even see that there's nothing holding that one in. So it's all being held here. And oh my gosh, guys, we're about to break the law here. Ah, right in my eyes and my face. Ah. Okay. I survived. So let's take it here and snap it in.
Okay?
Yeah, it makes it snap. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. My son's worried. Okay, so he should be worried about me in general, but nonetheless. So there you go. There's the dual rocket launcher, and I'll give them credit. They made it very symmetrical. This is actually the button, and it's. I mean, if you look real close, you can see that there's kind of a cut there where it's the button. But otherwise it's the same. And, just looking at it, you don't really see that it's a button. It's just, added little piece of the thing. So that's pretty cool. Now, again, what do you do with these things? What do you do with these things once it's transformed into Voltron? You throw them in the drawer. I mean, technically you can leave these in when it's transformed, but I mean, who does that? That is uncouth. And then, I mean, this thing you can leave in. No big deal, really. But for now, I'm just going to set these in the accessory drawer where I keep everything else. All right, let's start transform this guy. And the classic transformation. I mean, everybody knows if you've had Voltron toys, you know how all this stuff transforms. Look, and we're done. So very easy. Now, there's the look of it as the leg. Looks good. You still have this little piece, this little rocket launcher thing actually flips out far enough so that technically you can use it while he's in robot mode. So if you need that extra little bit of firepower, there it is. And I'm feeling this leg right here doesn't want to snap like this one. You can see how it comes fully flush up to the line here. This one just not quite. It doesn't want to snap into that. So that could be a little awkward depending on how much weight it has on it, if that's going to hold it or if that's going to, try to push it off balance. But we'll see. All right, so what did I do? Black Lion. Black Lion.
The galaxy is about to be secure.
That's
Form Voltron.
There we go. Okay, so let's take this leg here. Let's see. Straighten it all out. And we'll take our yellow.
Yellow Lion, leaping into action.
Yes, it is. Okay, so it just fits right on there. It's nice and snug. It's not coming off, and you can see here's the button, and you can see it's been lifted up a little bit for that tension, and yeah, and when I push on it, nothing happens. It's not coming out. Uh-oh. Let go. Okay, so the quick release on the leg, not exactly releasing, or quick, for that matter. Do I need to push it down in more so it'll snap back out? Do I want to lean forward, lean back? Oh my gosh, this does not want to come out. This does not want to move. And I don't want to pull too hard, I mean, that's the thing with these. You just don't want to break it. But yeah, that quick release, I mean, you can see that it's been lifted out, so it should be ready to, you should just push on it and it should push the leg, and it is not. So, all right, so for now we're just gonna leave that as it is. Maybe I'll try to take it apart some later time, but that time is not this time. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. Let's grab another lion. Let's grab the other leg. Yes, blue. This is our other leg here. Classic blue line, Voltron 84. Again, fires missiles, and we can see if you look, it's the same setup as the other one. It's a triple shot missile launcher thing, but there's only one missile with 3 heads on it. So they do kind of cheat there a little bit, but it's all right. The rest of it is actually pretty cool, so we'll let it go. Again, we've got the jaw blade. We've got a beam emitter. Maybe that makes sounds or something. I don't know. Or it's just a big chunk of plastic that you stick on the side. Let's find out. The rest of it, though, everything is what you'd expect. Streaming on Netflix. Classic Voltron 84. All right. So again, rip it open. Take out our lion. Set that over here for now. I want to set it on the keyboard. That's probably a bad idea. Let's not have Voltron typing comments in the middle of this thing. All right. Grab our paperwork. Don't need the package. A little Voltron catalog that we're used to. Here's the cheat sheet instructions. Same thing with the quick release that it's supposed to press the button to release the classic Black Lion. We'll see if maybe this one works better than the other one. All right, so we've got the jaw blade. We've got the projectile. Okay, so everything else. Handy dandy. Classic. All right. Let's see what we can get here. Again, with these plastic twist ties. Oh, my gosh. There's probably some version, the 18th circle of hell or something, where all you have to do is unbox toys all day, but they're all packaged like this. And just over and over all day long. Oh, my gosh. There's like 4 of these twist tie things on here. Oh, goodness. Just, give me my toy. All right. All right. So that one and one back here. Can I pull it enough that I can just nope? Because there's other. Here, let me cut these things. More of these other ties. Are we good? All right. Can I get the leg out without? Come on, foot. Just go around it. Go around it. Come on. I win. All right. Blue Lion. Again, the neck coming up. It's got that extra space here. This one's a little tighter than the other one. This one holds a little bit more securely than the yellow one did. Nice snap to the jaw. Legs. These legs also feel more secure than the other one. So, but the tail, yeah, this tail's the same way as it was on the yellow one. It's really loose. It doesn't really hold a spot. You know, one thing I didn't notice on the yellow, but really stands out on the blue, is that it doesn't have the numbers. It has that giant square where the little number sticker would be. If you remember those number stickers they had on all those back in the day, do not have it here. So it's, I don't know. Is that disappointing? Was it awkward to see the numbers on Voltron on these spots when he came together as a line? I don't know. But, all right. Ratchet on the neck. So wherever you're going to place it, it's going to hold its spot. And again, nice ratchet there. Little weaker, but still pretty good ratchet there. Oh, these feet, again, are a lot tighter than on the yellow. So I guess it's just going to be the luck of the draw which ones you get out of the case, off of the production line. Because this is the same case, and the yellow is pretty loose, but the blue here is actually pretty solid. So, okay, so we do have some differences as far as those go from the production line. So Blue Lion actually looks pretty good there. Actually solid looking. Now, again, you do have all the screw holes on this side. This side, they are not as predominant. Although that's weird because he's going to sit like this. Oh, no, that totally works. My mistake. I'm looking at the screen, and the screen, of course, is flipped backwards as I'm doing the live stream. So I'm thinking, well, that's weird because he's on the other side of the Voltron. But then, no, wait, he's on this side. So this is the side that goes out. So this is going to be the outer edge of Voltron that you're going to see. This is the inside of the leg facing the yellow lion. And again, the yellow lion, I can see the screws on that one are facing the same way also. So they did think that through. That as the Voltron, when it's all pieced together, those legs, those are mostly going to be hidden because they're facing each other on the inside. So, okay. All right. Give them credit for that. set blue aside here. And let's get this beam emitter. That's this one. The beam emitter. The beam emitter. It emits a beam. And it's got this blue thing on the edge like it's going to do something, but it doesn't. It doesn't do anything. It's just a slot. It's just a slot. There's nothing shoots, nothing activates, doesn't do anything. But we can attach it, and now he's got an extra weapon. I'll turn it towards me. You can't see it. No, turn it towards you so you can see it's there. It does a thing. All right. Let's see. Can I get the jaw blade out? And nice. I mean, that's the classic look for that. Again, it has the little rectangular peg there to go into the mouth to hold it into place. And the teeth perfectly go in the little hole there. So holding that in place, that's cool. And then our fake out triple shot. And put it in. Oh, I just put it in backwards. Okay, so there's that hole. You sure enough can stick it in there. It's not going to do anything, but all right, it exists. Or you stick it in the correct way, and there you go. So it looks like you've got 3 missiles ready to launch, but it's really just the one. And does this dial? Is this what I'm doing to launch it? Yep. Okay. So this dial provides a little bit of tension, and you maybe push. You push. You don't twist. Okay. Well, there we go with that. That's a thing that happened with that. Okay. And it also can attach, snap into place. So there you go. There it is on the same side as the beam emitter. Although I got the beam emitter on that side, I want it on the other side. There you go. All right. And it attaches on that side as well. So again, it's cool that it does have a shooting projectile thing. It's just a little funky that it's just one missile that's made to look like 3. So that's a little weird. But there it is. All right. So in the drawer with you, in the drawer with you, worthless beam emitter, and in the drawer with you, even though you're pretty cool, Blade. I'm down with you. All right. And we fold it up just as we know how to, like every other Voltron throughout the years. And we put the head out. There you go. There is your leg. And it's got the same poop flap little here for the leg to go into, and the same quote-unquote quick release. We'll see if this one works better. Because, again, there are some small differences we've seen between the quality from one to another. So let's see if this one works better. Pop it in.
Blue Lion, coming in.
All right. All right, now let's try to take it off.
Come on, team. Let's get out of here fast.
Hey, it worked. Okay.
United we stand.
You can count on Voltron.
All right. So this, okay, so apparently you have to push in more than down. So let me try on the yellow and see if that helps.
Nice try. See you later.
Okay, kind of. So it started to come out and then it just stuck again. There we go. Okay. So it is still a little tough to get off the yellow leg, but nonetheless, it can be done. Just the button, you push in more than you press down. But it's still, on this one, it was still a fight. It was still a struggle.
Mega thrusters fully charged. Let's go.
All right, then. Mega thrusters. All right, so now we've got, you can see our Voltron coming together. It just looks like a little kid in snow boots right now. But that looks pretty good. And again, compare it to the other one here. Same size as our other Voltron here. So yeah, wow, this is getting exciting. Look at this guy getting there. All right, let's do some arms. Let's get rid of these little child arms that this giant robot has. Let's get him some good beefy arms here. Red Lion. All right, Red Lion fires missiles. And again, same deal. It's a triple shot missile, but it's just a 3-headed missile, really. It's going to be the arm. Shows you right there. It does have that Matchbox look of the Matchbox Lions, not the Panache Place, which, you know, I'm sure everybody's happy with. I always like the Panache Place one just because you could put the people in it, but there's no people, so it doesn't matter. So whatever. All right. So, and we've got, if you look inside the package there, you can see the sword. So there's the blazing sword on the inside. And in fact, it shows on the back, Voltron's blazing sword. So that's cool. Missile launcher, laser cannon. Oh, and that laser cannon, look at that. That looks like the Panache Place one, straight up modern day on that. And then again, the mouthpiece. So that's cool. All right. So this looks like it's a really good classic legendary Red Lion. So let's rip it open. And again, our paperwork. Throw some of this plastic out of the way here. There's that. Look at the, whoops, I just ripped the instructions. Don't read them anyway. All right, let's see here. Weapons can be attached to hip, shoulders, projectile. Do not fire at animals. Do not fire at people, animals, or at eyes or face. So remember, keep that up. All right. Everything else, though, looks the same here, although we'll talk about the attaching it to the shoulder joint here and see exactly how that works, because that's going to be a little different. All right. So, again, get rid of that. We've got... Okay, there's only a couple twist ties on this one. This is mostly held in by these plastic kind of tension ones that are... Oh, that one just popped right off. That's cool. They're a little easier to just kind of push through because they stretch. Because they stretch, a lot of times you can just kind of pull out around them. There's one on the tail. There's one on the tail. Are we that worried about the tail getting loose in here? Is it going to smack somebody in the face when they open the package? Come on. Don't do this at night if you have a sleeping baby. All right, there's our Red Lion. Our red, ooh, look, I broke his back. All right, so the middle ratchets all the way around, plus you've got your bends that you would want for the arm. The one time you want the bends. All right, let's see. We've got a mouth that, again, snaps open. No gun on the inside of this one, though, right? Because it's usually holding something. Although, no, sometimes it shoots out of the mouth. All right. So take a look. Again, has that classic Matchbox look and feel to it. Also, the Mattel. The one Mattel did. Yeah, I forget about that one. I've got one of those sitting around here too somewhere. All right. So the head ratchets around, but it doesn't move up and down at all. And you wouldn't really expect it to a whole lot, although it would be nice to have a little bit of wrist flex, but at least you can turn it. So that gives it a little bit of something. The legs here, they feel, well, the feet feel pretty mushy. The shoulder here feels fine. The elbow feels fine, but this foot is really mushy. It barely even clicks at all. So again, that's going to wear out first. And also, if you look at these toes, look at what they did to this poor lion's toes. Because of the way it was in the package, look at how bent they are. Look at how bent out of shape those feet are. Poor little lion. Poor little lion. We're going to work on your toes, your little feetsies. All right, so back to reality. Everything else, though, the back feet feel a lot more solid than the front. So it's really this one on the front that's the worst. It almost has feels like it almost has no grip to it. It's just barely hanging on. All the others look good. You have your tail, which slides in when you're going to transform it to kind of get it out of the way. But it's rubber. It's soft, whereas the other ones are more of a hard plastic. This is just a soft, malleable plastic in there. All right, let's take a look at some of these accessories. There's that classic style leg cannon and our jaw blade and our missile launcher and our trident missile. There, so our 3-in-1 missile for everybody. And then back here in the back, you can see there is the blazing sword. Oh, I'm going to have to cut this one because of the way it's in there. All right. Blazing sword. Ooh, this has been bent. Can you see that? There's a stress. There's a white line. See that white line? That's a stress bend on that. So in the package, that's already been stressed. And that's not from me pulling it out right now. I mean, that is pretty deep. That's from being in the package, the way they had it packaged. So all your twists and ties, holding everything into place, and like idiots, you put that one in there, so it's got a bend. So be careful. If you're going to buy these off the shelf, take a real good look at your Red Lion and make sure that you don't see a white line there showing the stress on that one. And it does have, you can see the peg, that rectangular peg. So it's a mouth peg. So you can put this in his mouth while he's the arm to hold it. I just put it in backwards. I want it the other way, don't I? So that he won't lose it. So it doesn't come flying out. So you can, I mean, you can if you want, just have him like, look, I'm a lion with this giant, like I'm playing fetch, yay. But when it is Voltron, that'll help hold it in place. All right, so let's throw these accessories on here so you can get a look at them. You can do a screenshot for your Voltron fan site, whatever. So right there, there's that in the mouth, looks pretty good. And then we'll put this gun on here, that classic style. I remember those on Panache Place as well. And then our rocket launcher. I did the same thing I did last time. I just did it again, where I stuck it in the out hole instead of the in hole. Girls don't like that. I didn't say that. That's what she said. All right, so boom, right there. You got your missiles, and then you press your button, and they fire. So boom, rocket launcher. So let's stick the rocket launcher on there. Premature missile firing. Didn't mean that. That never happens to me. Where'd it go? There it is. Stick it on there. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Voltron with his little accessories all over. Oh, look, and the blade gets in the way of the rocket launcher. And it looks like it's going to do that on either side. So that blade is just going to get in the way of the... But these rocket launchers, I don't know. I guess you could shoot it like that. Woo. But not sold on these things. I mean, you want to give it an action feature. I get it. It's kind of the easy thing to do. So it's there. But honestly, I like these things better. That just, your imagination. Use your imagination. These go in the drawer. All right. So fold him up. Maybe, if I'm not an idiot. There we go. Fold those down. Fold these out of the way. Oh, wait. Does this go? Nope. Just goes like that. And here. Okay, so now we've got our arm shape. We've got our tail down, kind of out of the way. And then here's our little connector. Maybe. Pops out from the bottom. Whoop, bottom up. Ooh. So when he's in lion mode, you don't want to leave that down. You don't want to leave that there when he's in lion mode. Let's little kids watch this show. Let's remember that. All right. So there he is. Now again, screws are showing, but that is the back side. That's going to face the back of Voltron. This is the front side where the screws are hidden. So now we have to prep our Voltron for this arm. So that means we've got to move this leg out of the way. And this, I believe, has... Yes, it's got the fold away to where you can put the leg... Probably have to straighten that out. Lay it in there. And lay it back down. So to get it out of the way. So nice and clean looking. Here we go. Am I doing this right? I am not doing this right. Okay, so looks like it's got to go this way, so that the leg, arm, whatever, is coming out the back instead of down the side. See, I always like this look better because it just kind of tucks it out of the way. But apparently, it is supposed to go this way. But it does make sense because if you remember,
Is that you? Where are you?
okay, if you remember, we do have the cutouts on here that are made to go on that. So it does make sense that, you know, that's why it goes that way, and it's specially made for it. I've always just...
arms, and body.
I'm getting there. Chill, dude. Now, the red button here continues the color going across from the chest. So at least you get some continuation there, which, again, you wouldn't have if it was this way. So going this way, it does add to that look. So that is nice. That is it. Yes, Grimmy, I know. See, okay, Grimmy's the one. Grimmy's in the chat room right now from Grimmy's Reviews. He's the one who called me out when I was reviewing this guy because I had it turned off when I was popping all the pieces in. I've been doing it. I've been leaving it on. So here we go. Right? Yeah.
Red Lion, all systems go.
Yeah, right. You bet it is. And again, let's get the sword in here with that mouth peg that holds it in place, so you're not going to lose it. Wow. Meow, meow, meow. All right. We're getting there. We're getting to Voltron, everybody. We're counting down. I wish there was something to do with this little tail nub that was in the way. But I mean, honestly, that does kind of look, because I think in the Matchbox one, you flipped it down, right? But it's still stuck out a little bit. So that's not too bad. It's not as bad as on these, where the end pieces are this blue and silver kind of crown end piece, the way they were, supposed to be lasers, shooting around. And those really stick out and look kind of bad. Whereas this just becomes a little triangular pyramid type piece thing there. So that's not too bad. So
Pidge, is that you? Where are you?
yeah, Pidge, where are you? Let's see if we can find Pidge down here. Ha! There's Pidge. Now, Pidge, I love me some Pidge. Love the fact that it's got that giant classic like spoke wheel shield thing from Voltron. That is cool. Classic legendary lion. It's going to be the arm. Fires missiles, so missile firing. I mean, that's just, that's the thing kids like nowadays. They just want to shoot things. We've got a battering spike. Looks kind of like a sea urchin. We've got the jaw blade. Again, that classic look on the jaw blade. And our missile launcher shoots missiles. Voltron shield. It even says it right there. So Voltron comes together. Everything there. Fantabulous. Let's rip this open. Paperwork. You go away. You stay. All right. So we got our paperwork. And then we've got our instructions. Not quite like tracing paper. It's a little thicker than that, but still pretty light. All right, so jaw blade. Okay, we got it. We got the shield. Okay, so the shield thing just goes in the mouth when he's holding it as Voltron, but it doesn't look like there's any other spot for it. So we'll play around with that and we'll check. But it doesn't look like when he's in lion mode, like there's really a spot for that to go. But otherwise, everything else looks the same. Oh, we didn't check the quick release. That's the one thing we needed to do on here. All right, so
Pidge, is that you? Where are you?
we'll get there in just a second, dude. Chill out. All right, so this, remember, is your quick release button to take off. And we've seen with the legs, a little iffy. So let's see how well this one works as a quick release.
That was some great teamwork.
Okay. You still have to pull a little tough on it. And if you see, there's little teeth there that help kind of give it a grip. in there. And when I press the button, I can see that there's
Peach, is that you? Where are you?
we're getting there. You can see that these little red pieces move when I press the button. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera. But they move. They try to move them out of the way, so it's a little easier for this guy to pop out. Doesn't look like they move quite far enough. But
I'm with you, Keith. That's my right-hand man.
all right. So it's definitely not as bad as this. I mean, this was the worst ever trying to get it out. This actually works. And the quick release again. The more I look at it, the more I like it. Twisting the leg back this way and having that continuation of the red come across. It is a giant red candy-colored button. Can he resist pushing it? But nonetheless, there it is. That's cool. I can see that going on. So, all right, let's get Pidge out here and take a look at some of the stuff in here. Let's get the shield out of the way. Okay, there's that. We'll get back to that in a minute. But now if we look at Pidge here, okay, here's one of these Satan's twist ties here. Let me get rid of that. I'm just wondering, who's the demon that sits in hell and goes, you know what? Twist ties. Those aren't bad enough. Let's make them worse. Let's see. Everything else is one of those plastic tension things, so I think we can cut those pretty easily. Cut. And one on the tail. Come on, one on the tail. Oh, I'm going to have to cut one on the tail. Son of a biscuit. All right. Yay! We've got our green lion. All right. So, good look to it. Again, you see the screws on that side, but that's the inside next to the body part. So, not too bad there. That's what's going to be on the outside for everyone to see. Same basic concept, of course, if you're familiar at all with Voltron. Ratchet on the neck is solid. Nice spring to the jaw. Shoulders are all pretty solid. Knees are all pretty solid. Feet, ooh. Feet are mushy. All right, front feet. Ooh, this one's bad. All right, we have one front foot that's okay. All of these others are pretty mushy. Barely even make that click feel. And again, look at this. Look at this poor cat's paw. Look what they did to this thing. See, look, you can see this one and see how they're supposed to be nice, even, flat, and they've mangled this poor cat. Look at that. Horrible. You monsters at Playmates. So, I don't know. I may have to make little spacers, maybe cardboard spacers to go in between and just kind of hold them out so they don't look, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll pretend I'm not that anal about the toys. Okay, so looks good. Let's set that aside and again grab these things. Our jaw blade here. Okay, got the jaw. Our sea urchin. Oh, that popped out super easy. We've got our missile and our missile launcher. All right. Now this is kind of funky on the missile launcher because it has this bar that sticks out. I'm guessing that's going to be our switch. Now, correctly, again, the side with the color, that's the side it goes into. Don't stick it in the out hole. Don't stick it in the out hole. Stick it in the in hole. There you go. All right. And then, oh, wait, it's got a button on top. Yeah, the button on top is what fires it. So what the hell is this thing there for? It serves absolutely no purpose except to get in the way. And then the bottom has some type of mount that doesn't mount to anything. In fact, it makes it completely uneven, so you can't set it down on the ground. You can't just hey, I've got a cannon to shoot at things. No, because it just topples over because it's curved on the bottom. That's useful for nothing. So I don't know why this piece sticks out. It doesn't serve any purpose. It twists, though. You can twist it. Look at me. I'm a twisted machine. I can twist this thing all day, but it's not going to shoot that missile. Shooting that missile is the button on the top. Right in my eyes! No, I won't do it. But nonetheless, there you go. So missile launcher. Let's snap that in. It snaps in. Okay. A little harder to snap that one in than the others. And then here's our sea urchin. Snaps in. And then our jaw blade snaps in. There you go. All right. So with the accessories in and with that jaw blade, it's cool. Grimmy says it's a vengeful spirit of a toy collector who could never find the figures he wanted that thought of the twist ties. Or Toy Guru. I can blame everything on Toy Guru. Even though he had nothing to do with this line, somehow it's still Toy Guru's fault. All right, so with the accessories in there, interesting. I don't know about this thing. Like what? It's a thing. Missile launcher, I mean, it shoots a missile, so it serves its purpose. But the jaw blade, that's our classic tie in there, so that's cool. And yeah, I know there were tiny things on the Panache Place one, but they didn't look like that. I mean, they call it a battering ram. But I mean, what's he going to hip check that he needs that as a battering ram on his side? Is he running up to doors and like smashing his butt into it to try to knock him down? It really doesn't. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. All right, so take those off. Try not to shoot the missile in my face. Okay, so those in our accessory drawer, and now we've got our lion. And I'd be lying if I said this wasn't cool. No? Okay. All right, so move these out of the way and get them down. All right. Now, I'm going to see if I take off the red lion from its spot, and if I put the green lion in its place, is Voltron going to know the difference before I actually put it all together? So let's see here. Let's do our...
Pidge, is that you? Where are you?
Well, Pidge is coming, but in the wrong spot.
Come on, team. Let's get out of here fast.
All right. So now, if I put Pidge in the wrong spot, does it know it's Pidge, or is this going to get confused? It didn't do anything. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Form, arms, and body.
Oh, that was me just hitting the button there. Okay, so if I put in Pidge, nothing happens. It doesn't register. We'll just make sure it's still working. Let's put the red line in. All right, so it knows. Somehow it knows that that is the correct lion that needs to go there. All right, so.
Pidge, is that you? Where are you?
Pidge is coming, dude. Slow your roll. All right, get that in there. Get that out of the way. Fold this back. Put that down. Let's go ahead and get the head out since we're getting ready to complete the Voltron transformation. And, you know, again, one nice thing about when you do the head, you see the neck comes down all the way to the base, right? So when you go to put the head down, it's kind of getting in the way, except there's a little bit of give. So now you've made a hole in there. The neck actually moves, and it moves that piece down and moves the neck forward a little bit. So you've got a hole where that face can go into, so it comes down even below the line of the black lion. So it just makes it look a little bit better. And that is cool. So, again, credit for the way they did that. All right. The first thing we need to do with Pidge, though, before our final transformation, let's get the shield in there. And so, let's see. It's going to be like this, like this. So we'll put the shield in the mouth. That is weird. It feels like I'm, like, an animal dentist or something messing with the mouth that small. All right, so there's the shield in the mouth to be the arm. Let's attach it in. All right, our final piece of Voltron comes together.
Ready to form Voltron. Activate interlocks. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go. Form feet and legs. Form arms and body. And I'll form the head. Go Voltron. Form blazing sword.
Oh, it doesn't do the sound. Okay. Although, I mean, that was pretty long. If you're a kid playing, are you going to sit there and wait for all that to play through? I don't know. Oh, man. I just went to adjust the shield. And, of course, I pushed it right out of his mouth because of the way it's made here. Okay. All right. So now, yeah, so there's Voltron. That is pretty wicked. Now, again, compared to the $200 and some odd Toynami ones, does this one look as nice as that? No. And of course, the main thing here, I really wish that those holes for the sound were like on the side or something, less obvious, or maybe, you know, if they did them as a line going across here, so you know, you just didn't see this cheese grater section in the middle. But otherwise, I mean, look at this thing. This thing is pretty cool. It looks fantastic as the classic Voltron. We got plenty of ratcheting here. So as we try to set it down, I'm trying to see if I've got a good spot to set it down. But as we set it down, we should be able to make it stand without too much difficulty. Getting it to balance. Oh, boom. Balances. Perfect. Don't have to fight with it at all. It just all sat there. For the gamers asked, which lion is your favorite? The black lion was always my favorite because he became the main part. And so if I ever lost the other lions, I'd at least flip out the head and put up the wings in the back and just pretend like even though he had like these gimpy little arms and legs on there, I would just pretend like that was the full Voltron. So Black Lion was always my favorite. And I just always held on to him for years and years and years, my original Black Lion. But yeah, I mean, this thing looks fantastic. Grimmy, he's much bigger than Toynami's or Bandai's. I don't know. I'd have to. Here's the thing. All of my Voltrons right now are down in the basement, and I should have brought them up to do a comparison with. And maybe that's something I'll do in the future, is do another video comparing all the different Voltrons. The only one I have sitting right here is the Toynami one that I reviewed, a couple months ago, just to put it kind of side by side. And you can see that they are the same size. And comparing the new Voltron to the old Voltron, lots of differences. I mean, there's a huge difference between the two in terms of design and structure. They do look like different robots. I mean, you can look at that and say, obviously, yes, it's a Voltron because of the color scheme. You can tell that it's lions that come together. But I mean, when you look at this to me screams Voltron. This is Voltron. Not the ones that's like cars and the helicopters and the jet planes that come together and make Voltron, and not the one that's the 3 robots, so you get the 6-armed gladiator thing. This is Voltron. It's the lions, this classic look. It's big, it's bulky. I like that. It's about the same weight. Actually, I think this one's a little bit heavier. This one feels just a little bit heavier than this one. But that is just a fantastic looking robot. I mean, that is cool. One of the things, my plan for the future is actually to get Castle Lions up here and then to have some Voltrons here. The only problem is there's no back. Like, this is the top shelf, so I need to come up with some sort of backing so that when the whole thing gets knocked into, they don't flip off and fly in the back. So part of the plan eventually is to have some of the Voltrons up there. So, I mean, you may just see some feet. You may not be able to see everything, but there they are. So we'll have Grayskull, we'll have Castle Lions, and then we'll have, neat stuff in the middle. So, yeah, so all things, actually, if I had to go through and say, which one, if you're a fan of the new show, you want the new one, right? And if you're a fan of the classic, you want the classic looking one. But the question is, if you've got 5 or 6 Voltrons, if you've got the old Panache Place, if you've got the old Matchbox one, should you pick this up? honestly, I'd say yes. The sound effects are really cool. Putting it together, taking it apart, having it make those noises. When you put together Voltron, it does that whole big thing. That is super awesome. And that is definitely worth the price of admission because you actually feel like you're in the show. You're a kid again. I mean, that's the whole point of having these things, right? So that little bit of interactivity adds something to it. Now, as a collector's piece, if you want something cool and expensive to put on your shelf to say, hey, man, I got a Voltron. I'm a baller. I got money. I've arrived. You want the Toynami one, right? I mean, because you want to buy the one that's more collectible. It's got the vac metal on it. It just has more of that just high-end collector piece look to it. But for me, as a guy who's actually going to play with this stuff, oh, why did I freeze? Uh-oh, my stream just froze. Is my stream frozen? Up to you. He's not watching anymore, probably. Oh, now we're running again. Okay, that was weird. I was completely frozen on my end. So hopefully that was still working for you guys. But nonetheless, if you want, like me, I'm going to take this stuff apart and play with it. Like I do lay on the floor, sometimes with my kids, sometimes without my kids. Sometimes it's just me in the middle of the day, nobody around, and I'm on the floor playing with toys. And yeah, I will be playing with this thing. This is cool. This is really super cool. This is pretty cool. And if you grew up on the cartoon and you like this cartoon, you're a kid on the cartoon, or if you have a kid who loves the cartoon and you want to get him one and you get him this is a fine thing to have. And this does have some neat features, like the way the legs fold up on the inside so you don't have them exposed. So it does have that modern look to it. Again, I just wish these things weren't like sticking out there because those look kind of weird. But all things aside, this one's cool. If you've got a kid, you want to get them a Voltron, that is cool. I froze for like a split second. Okay, so I did freeze a little bit there on the thing. But this is awesome. I'm so super happy that I have this classic. This Voltron's falling over. This one, again, I think is a little more top heavy than this other one. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to set it down here. All right. But this is super cool. I love the look of this. I'm going to love playing with this. Any issues I have are just small nitpicking things. 99 out of 100. This thing's fantastic. So that's my double thumbs up. You should buy this. It is fantastic, especially if you're going to play with it. Playing with things, playing with your toys is awesome. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. For now, thanks for watching. Like I said, I've got some more stuff to do videos of, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to them today. But starting in a couple weeks, I'm going to have a lot more free time. I'm actually not going to be working at the comic book shop anymore. I mean, I still may help out, here and there. And when he goes on vacation, need someone to lock up and whatever. But for the most part, I'm not going to be at the comic shop anymore, so I'm going to have some more time here at home. So hopefully we can do some more of these streams because these are fun, and I love having the excuse to rip this stuff open. So maybe we can get that other Voltron out. And like I said, we got some other toys. We got some Lego things here. They make soccer Legos. Well, they're not Legos. They're off-brand. These are UOs or something like that. But still awesome. So we got some stuff to talk about. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.